Sorry?
My question is to the Minister for Parks. Minister, yesterday on ABC Statewide Radio, the CEO of Queensland-based ASX-listed company Experience Co confirmed they've submitted a draft reserve activity assessment to develop a five-star luxury lodges along the Wild South Coast track. This is interesting, given that you've admitted the RAA process needs a complete overhaul. Minister, the South Coast track is a heartland of the Tasmanian Aboriginal community. An Aboriginal heritage report can't condone the construction required to build five-star lodges, and you simply can't have five-star lodges dotted along a one-star track. A track so rough, Minister, it's described by Tasmanian-based tourism operators as wading through 85 kilometres of waist-deep mud. Consultants have established that more than $40 million is required to get the track up to standard for the clientele of these five-star lodges. Minister, are you prepared to spend more than $40 million of public money facilitating the pipe dreams of the Gold Coast-based White Shoe Brigade, and given UNESCO's interest in Aboriginal cultural heritage, has an Aboriginal heritage report been commissioned?
Good question.
Honourable Minister for Parks.
You're the biggest snobs out. You don't want anyone to go there.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the honourable member for her question, Mr. Speaker. And it's a pity she didn't actually listen to the Acting Secretary of the Department on Leon Compton this morning, Mr. Speaker, because I thought he did an outstanding job in explaining the processes that will be undertaken in regards to this proposal, Mr. Speaker. But in regards to this proposal, the proponent's actually been quite clear when he said that he sees the support and involvement of the Tasmanian Aboriginal community was central to the plans that the company was wanting to undertake, and that they want to undertake a whole raft of consultation with the Tasmanian Aboriginal people. And as he said, he stated that one of our core values is respect, and respect of the environment we work in, the cultures that exist within that environment. And certainly from our perspective, we are at our core very much about working with local communities, working with Indigenous populations, and providing opportunities for them in partnership economically and socially, Mr. Speaker. And, he's made it very clear that that they'll be undertaking this consultation. But this government's expectation, Mr. Speaker, is that with this proponent, in fact, any proponent who wants to undertake development in the Twa, in our wilderness areas, that they will always, at all stages, undertake consultation, community consultation with Tasmanian Aboriginal people, in fact, with the wider Tasmanian people, both and people nationally and internationally can also have their say, Mr.
Point of order,
Speaker.
Mr. Speaker. Standing Order 45 relevance. Could the Minister just let the House know whether an Aboriginal heritage report has been commissioned and whether the state will fund track upgrades?
Again, the point of order. On the point of order, first of all, of course, as I said earlier, I can't put words into ministers' mouths. The minister was answering the question. On the point of order, as far as asking them goes, points of order, of course, are not an opportunity for members to restate a question and interrupt the minister while they're speaking. And so while I'll ask the minister to address the question, that's all I can do. Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. But as the proponent made clear, he's doing a draft RAA, Mr. Speaker. So when we actually get the final RAA and undertake the assessments, then of course they will be required to do a few Aboriginal cultural values assessment of the area will be undertaken of each site, Mr. Speaker, because that's a requirement for any development that would happen in the Twa. So when the time comes, they will undertake assessments that are needed to be undertaken, whether that is Aboriginal cultural assessments, whether that is assessments for the EPBC, whether that's to refer it to UNESCO, whether it's under our RAA, whether it's local government assessments, Mr. Speaker. The proponent will have to undertake every assessment that they are required to do as part of this process.
They won't pay for track
and as was made clear on the radio today, each of those different elements could take 3 to 12 months, each one of those assessments, assessments individually to be undertaken. Now, also in regards to Ms O'Connor's statement in regards to requiring $40 million worth of taxpayers' dollars, I'm advised that the PWS has not had any discussions with the current or former proponent in relation to the state funding any track works to support this project, Mr Speaker. So, Mr Speaker, the Greens, throughout this process, which is not going to be a quick process, if the proponent does decide to actually submit an RAA, they will have opportunities, along with all Tasmanians, the Tasmanian Aboriginal people, to make submissions during the community consultation process, which will happen at numerous times throughout this development.
We'll fight it every step of the way.
Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Yeah.